Hey, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tim Duty. I am founder and CEO of Catered to You Career Solutions. I'm also recruiting director at Cross Country Healthcare here in Atlanta, Georgia. Wanted to put together this channel for you guys. Obviously, in the midst of this pandemic crisis, there are rising unemployment levels nationwide. Even some of our most talented workforce are finding themselves without employment right now. So just wanted to start off this channel by composing what I like to entitle 5 things that you can just go ahead and scrap from your resume right now. Your resume is a very important document and the space on it is sacred. So it's important that you make the most of that space. So without further ado, the very first thing that I would recommend going ahead and omitting from your resume is the full mailing address. And the reason why is actually that you might be surprised that a lot of recruiters will use this information against you in ways that you might not expect. It is proven in the data that the further you are located from your home office, the more likely you are to turn over either voluntarily or involuntarily, for a few reasons. One is that eventually you're likely to find an employer that is located closer to your home, that is less commute time and just overall more convenient for you. And so you may end up terminating your own employment and going to work there. Or oftentimes that employee will end up being tardy or missing work too often and will be fired, involuntarily terminated. So it is much more strategic. Just put either your city and state, or perhaps if it's a remote position, just leave that section out altogether. And it removes the potential for bias. Second item that I would recommend removing is an objective section. It is very dated in this day and age, and so it is works against you for a few different reasons. One is that it shows that you're not keeping up with resume best practices. Two is wholly centered in the what's in it for me, the candidate, rather than what's in it for you, the employer. What I would recommend replacing that section with is a professional summary section that highlights your core competencies, your achievements, and your major accolades that are important to this employer. Third thing that I would suggest removing is the references available upon request verbiage that you often find at the bottom of a resume document. It should be assumed, implied that you are able to produce a few people that can back you and say that you're a good employee. It's not typically too hard, and that is generally the bare minimum expectation. Also, that is typically reserved for the far later stages in the selection process, immediately preceding the extension of the offer. So better not to cross that bridge prematurely. I would instead just go ahead and remove that and save space for something more important. Fourth thing that I definitely recommend you leave out is proficient in Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint. It again is assumed that for most professional level positions, a candidate is proficient in Microsoft Office Suite. It would be much more beneficial for you to include more niche or specialized competencies that might not be as common in the marketplace and therefore could set you apart from your competition. And then lastly, I very much recommend not framing your each of your positions in terms of the responsibilities that you carried. That is pretty much just copying and pasting a job description. What I would recommend is framing each of those positions in terms of what you achieved in those roles and the impact that you had on the organization, whether it be financial impact or operational impact or exceeding your budget or year over year growth. These are the things that an employer cares about. That's the meat and potatoes of your work experience that they are really going to be focused on when they're reading the document. And that is the type of content that will get you to the next stage in the process and land you the phone screen and eventually get you the job that you're looking for. So I will be producing further content over the next few weeks, so please stay tuned for that. I will be posting tips on resumes, cover letters, LinkedIn profile development, job search, interview preparation, and hope that all of this will help you guys to find your own dream career. If you are interested in learning more about my full suite of services, please feel free to contact me anytime at cateredtoyoucareersolutions@gmail.com, or you can reach me at 404-360-6156. Thanks so much.